What's going on, everyone? This is Kevin here, coming at you with Google Pixel 8a tips and tricks and hidden features. So stay tuned if you want to learn how to get the most out of your device. So this is the Google Pixel 8a. Now, this phone is a gift from Google, and I am part of Team Pixel, so I just want to let you know for full disclosure. Now, diving into things here, the first thing I want to show you is how to get the most out of the display here on the device. So one of my favorite things this time around with the Google Pixel 8a is that we are getting a display here that supports a 120Hz refresh rate. The only surprising thing though is that actually by default, that is not enabled. So you'll get kind of the standard 60Hz. So to enable this, simply pull down the shade here, go to the gear icon for the settings, then from there, go down to where it says display, and then go down to where it says smooth display. So we'll enable that. Now, one issue though with 120Hz is that it does use a bit more battery life, as they do mention right there. But beyond that though, you're getting a much better, smoother experience when navigating around the phone. So it's kind of hard to tell here on camera, but seriously, you can tell when moving through the various apps on the home screen here, for example, how much smoother things really are. So that's definitely a great feature that you will definitely want to enable. Now there are a few other things I want to show you here in this display settings area. So the first one I want to show you is dark theme. So if you do want to enable dark theme, that certainly can come in handy in certain situations. I can see, for example, at the movie theater where this would be especially nice, but you can manually enable dark theme here. Or if you want to, you do have the option to set a schedule, and you can even have it set to be turned on from sunset to sunrise. Another major one I want to show you here too is navigation mode. So by default with this phone, we are getting the gesture-based navigation, which is nice because you can do a partial swipe up to your recent apps, you can swipe from the side to go back, and then you can swipe up simply to go home. So that is very intuitive. However, if you are someone that does prefer the traditional Android 3-button navigation, you certainly can do that here with the Pixel 8a. So go back here, and then you'll see the option for that. So you have gesture navigation right here. There are some other options for this as well. So you do have the ability here to adjust the sensitivity, and then also options for search and digital assistant. Now back over here though, we can select 3-button navigation, and then immediately you can see we now have those 3 buttons on the bottom here. So we have the middle button to go home, we have the button on the right to go to recent apps, and then we have the back button here on the left side. And it really comes down to personal preference, which navigation method is the best for you. Also in the settings here, we have an option for colors for the display. So if you want natural colors instead, you can make that selection, or you can keep it here at adaptive. Now with the Google Pixel 8a, by default, we don't actually get a battery percentage in the upper right corner here on the device. Now of course, we do have the battery icon, which does give us some level of indication on the amount of charge left in the phone, but I always prefer to have the actual percentage up top. So this is very easy to enable. All you have to do is simply pull down the shade here, go to the settings, and then from there, go to search, and then type in battery. Then from there, you'll see an option right there for battery percentage. Go there, and then enable that. And then just like that, we'll now see the battery percentage in the upper right corner, no matter where we are throughout the operating system. So that's definitely very helpful. Now let's go back over to the battery settings here though and check out a few other things. So there's an option right here for battery saver, which certainly can come in handy in situations where you really need to prolong the battery life here on the phone. But basically once that is enabled, it is going to cut out some various background tasks. It's also going to switch things over to dark theme, but in exchange for that, you'll be getting significantly more battery life out of the phone. Now if that's not enough for you, there's also an option here for extreme battery saver. So this will include all the various changes for standard, but also will pause all non-essential apps and their notifications. So let's select that, and then we'll go here to the settings to see what other options we have as well. And you can see here that you can pick which apps you want to be essential and which ones you think are non-essential. So certainly very helpful. And also there's an option here for a schedule and reminders. So you can turn on battery saver if the battery gets to a certain level, which is convenient. And then by default, it is selected to turn off battery saver once the phone does recharge at up to 90%. So overall, I don't recommend enabling battery saver all the time because you won't be able to get the full experience out of your phone. But certainly in those situations where you know you have a long day ahead of you with no ability to recharge the phone anytime soon, then definitely give Battery Saver a try, as it will certainly make things a lot better here so your phone doesn't completely run out of battery. Now the next thing I want to show you is how to take a screenshot with the Google Pixel 8a. And there are multiple methods that I want to show you here on how to take a screenshot with the device. So the first way to take a screenshot is simply to hold down the power button and volume down button for about a second here. And then just like that, it now captures the screenshot. Then from there we have options to share it or edit it, which is very convenient. And then the second way to take a screenshot with this device is to simply go to your recent apps, and then from there you can select screenshot, and then it will then take the screenshot. But what's also cool too is that if you want to select text from this interface here, let's go back there, you can actually tap on select, and then from there you'll pull up all the various text, and then from there you can actually select which text you then want to either copy, share, or search. But that's how to take a screenshot with the Google Pixel 8a. Now, a major feature that's been hyped up very recently by Google is called Circle to Search. And it's pretty cool because basically you can circle things on the phone's interface, and then from there it will then search. So to access this feature, all you have to do is simply hold down on the navigation line here at the bottom of the phone, and then just like that, you can now start circling. So for this demonstration, I'm going to have Circle to Search identify this building. So we'll hold down here. And then from there, I'll now circle the building and it'll search it up. And it did conclude that this is the Philadelphia City Hall, which is correct. What's also nice with Circle to Search is that you can then move this to kind of crop in on certain things you'd rather search for instead. So you can see I move things down to just the traffic light, and then it's able to search that it is indeed a traffic light. So it is nice that it continues to do additional searches as you change what you're actually selecting here and searching. Now I want to show you another example of Circle to Search. So I have this article pulled up here. I'm going to then hold down and access that feature, and then I'll circle this photo of the glasses. And then from there, it's able to identify the glasses and then also where I might be able to buy them as well. Another cool thing too with Circle to Search is that if you just want to select text, you can actually just draw a line through that text, and then it'll then search for it right there. Now with a very large 6.1 inch display, it can be very difficult to use the Google Pixel 8a with just one hand. Now thankfully, they've actually come up with a very cool solution to this, and it's called one-handed mode. So let me show you how to access that right now. So what we're going to do here is pull down the shade, then from there go to the gear icon for the settings, then go to search, and then type in 1. And you'll see right there one-handed mode, and it is under the system gestures menu. So we'll go there. And there's actually a lot of different options here, which I'll be showing you many of them after I show you this. But basically we'll go to one-handed mode, and then to enable it, just tap right there. And then just like that, we have several different options here, but you can see that you can swipe down to pull the screen into reach. So let's say I want to reach whatever's up here. I can simply then from here pull down, and then it moves the whole operating system further down. So I can access my notifications, for example. I can also access this back button right there. So that is really nice. And then to get out of this, I just have to tap outside, and then you can see we're now back to normal here. Now, if I want to just pull down my notification shade instead, I can make that switch too, and then by swiping down, it simply pulls down the notifications. And then another option here too is one-handed mode shortcut. So if we enable that, you can see here there's this little shortcut there at all times, and then by tapping on that button right there, it then does the same thing. But that's how to use one-handed mode on the Google Pixel 8a. Now back in the gestures menu, there's a lot of good stuff here, with some stuff enabled by default and others are not. So the first one here, quick tap to start actions. This is not enabled by default, but you can see here that there's a lot of different things you can do just by tapping on the back of the device. So we'll enable this right now, and then you can see there's a bunch of different options. I'm gonna have it toggle the flashlight, and then now simply tap on the back of the phone, and then it pulls up the flashlight, and then I can double tap to turn it off. There's also an option here for quickly open camera. So all you have to do is just double press on the power button, and then it'll now pull up the camera right away. We'll go back here and look at some other options as well. You can see we have flip camera for selfie. So basically, to switch in and out of selfie mode in the camera, just double twist while you're in the app. So we'll try this right now. And there we go, flip things around to the front-facing camera. And then doing that again, flips things back to the rear camera. We also have tap to check phone. So with the display off, just double tap and it'll turn on the display. So that's pretty standard in a lot of different smartphones. Also lift to check phone. So when the display is off and then you lift up the phone, it'll then turn on the display. So if you do find that to be annoying, you can turn that off. Of course, there's also one-handed mode right there. We also have flip to mute right here. So basically, if you put the phone face down, it'll then put the phone in do not disturb. And then finally, there's press and hold power button. So if we go here, you can actually switch it. Instead of pulling up the assistant, you can have it pull up the power menu instead. So that if you want to power off the phone or restart it or whatever you want to do, you can just use the button right here. Otherwise, by default, to do all of that, you have to pull down the notification shade and then go here. And the next thing I want to show you is how to get a dedicated number row on the device. So you can see by default, I actually really like the default keyboard, but you don't actually get a dedicated number row. Instead, you get the numbers up top here. Of course, you can go down here to get that, but basically what I want to do here is go to the settings, then from there go to preferences, and then activate number row right there. And then when you go back, you'll now see there is a dedicated number row. Now there are other ways to customize the keyboard as well. So you can go back to here and pick different themes, for example. So maybe you want the keyboard to be blue. That's pretty nice. And then there is the new keyboard. But this concludes my video on tips, tricks, and hidden features for the Google Pixel 8a. I hope you enjoyed this video and most importantly, learned something new today. And if you did, definitely give it a thumbs up, but let me know overall what you think of this phone. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.